Hey everyone, my name is Kevin Izadi. I'm a recent graduate in Ramapo College in New Jersey with a Bachelor of Science in Data Science and Computer Science.
Hi everyone, I'm Saketh. I'm studying CS at SFU in Vancouver, Canada.
Hi, I'm Taha. I graduated with a bachelor's in computer engineering and now I'm doing a master's in statistical practice from Boston University.
Hello, everyone. I am Mohul, and I am a rising sophomore at UC Berkeley studying electrical engineering and computer science. And we're so excited to present CoCo to you today. It is the co-composer of your ideas. So back in March, we all four of us met a week before HackPrinceton on Discord to work on this project. And really, we've been able to bring it to life throughout these months, especially last Friday when we were invited by MLH and Google's team to come present this at the AI Roadshow because of the many Gemini capabilities that we have in this platform. And thinking about the motivation behind this project a little bit, if we think about the time in March, the AI space especially was booming with AI generated art, so to speak, because at this time, OpenAI had rolled out its update to ChatGPT, which significantly improved the image generation capabilities in it. So you would have probably seen your Twitter or LinkedIn feeds full of Ghiblified images that people created based on just one prompt to the AI. And this was kind of the dynamic of AI art. You give a prompt and then boom, you get beautiful art. But we wanted to flip the script. We wanted to make everything more interactive. So with CoCo, it is meant to be the co-composer of your ideas where you work with the AI to bring your art to life. And to enable this, we have a new user experience using computer vision that allows you to do so in a very, very interactive way. So I'll hand it off to Taha to dive right into this demo and show us some of these features.
All right, thank you, Mohul. All right, so for the gesture authentication, we set up in a way that would educate the users into how to navigate throughout the app and also provide them with instructions on which gestures to use. So for example, the drawing, we use our index finger. For the clearing, we use our thumb and pinky extended. And for clicking, we use a closed fist. Now let's get straight into it and enable the hand tracking. So as we see, the cursor is basically being tracked via our hand movements. And we're going to get started by drawing a simple face. So I extend my index finger, and now I'm going to start drawing a little face with little eyes, and a little happy face. And I'm going to give it like a little stickman body as well. Now, if we go over here, we have the generation settings, and we can specify what type of style, mood, and any additional detail we would like to provide. For the style, I'm going to say medieval times. For the mood, I want it to be happy. And for additional details, I'm going to say give the stickman a sword and make the background in a forest. And we're going to click on save, and let's enhance with Gemini to see what it generates for us. There we go. We have our little stickman figure in the forest setting with little sword. Now let's enhance again to see what other variations Gemini will offer to us. There we go. Now let's try to draw something slightly more complex. We're going to start drawing a little house. Now for the house, I'm going to do your classic square and triangle type of house, and I'm going to give it a little tree on the side so I can introduce you to the little tool set. So in the tool set, we allow the users to change the colors as well as the stroke width of the painting. I'm going to let them draw a little tree over here. Now we're going to switch to green to give the leaves impression. All right. Now let's enhance with Gemini. And there we go. We have our little stickman finger with the house in the middle of times. Next, I'm going to add it to the storyboard and hand it off to Mohul to explain what the storyboard means.
Exactly. Thank you, Ta. So yeah, we just put our images that we just generated into the storyboard. We can see the three that Taha just worked on. And what we're going to do is we're going to cohesively tie all of them together through a video story. So the way this works is we saw that he just added this to this board, and we're gonna toggle this music feature on. That's gonna tap into some of Gemini's capabilities to create music based on the images that we see, as well as some details that I provide. So let's say that Bob, let's say Bob and Timmy meet in a forest, go hunting. What could go wrong? So this is kind of me prompting a video, a story out of this, and this does take a little while. So while that's happening, I'm going to hand it off to Saketh, who's going to dive into some of our multimodal capabilities in this application.
Yep, so in our project, we have a voice-assisted drawing companion, and it's going to be using the multimodal live API. And so it's going to be responding to spoken commands or seeing what's on the canvas and even answering your questions, understanding both your voice and drawing context in real time, and making CoCo feel less like a tool and more like a creative partner. So let me just quickly draw a shape here. And let me just update the generation settings. I'll just remove everything here. And let's connect with our AI. Gemini, do you like my drawing?
It's a cool start. What do you think about adding some more details in the background?
What kind of details can I add?
Perhaps a cool starry background or some moons orbiting the planet.
Yeah, good idea. Let me just draw a star here.
That star looks awesome. What if you added some different sized stars to create a sense of depth?
So now that Gemini has given us some features, we can also ask Gemini to enhance our drawing just verbally. So let's check that out. Can you enhance with Gemini, please?
Sure, I'll enhance.
And if we don't like this, we can ask Gemini to modify our drawing as well. Gemini, can you modify it, please?
Sure, I'll modify. Do you think adding more contrast could make the planet stand out even more?
So now we have our two drawings here. And we also have another version of our AI, which is the sarcastic version, if you'd prefer that over our friendly AI. Hey Gemini, what do you think of my drawing?
Oh, wow, a drawing. I see you've really mastered the art of putting lines on a page. Is that supposed to be a thing?
Um, okay. Thanks for that. Now, now that the video is finished, I'll pass it off to Mohul.
Yeah, thank you, Saketh. So we just went back and forth with the AI to get friendly feedback as well as sometimes get a much needed reality check. So really interactive. And now we can kind of tie all this together through the video we generated. If we remember that Taha created these images and I added music as well as some details to it. So let's just check out the video and see what we created with this. So I'm going to click play and let's watch a couple seconds of this.
Bob and Timmy's very bad hunt. Bob and Timmy's hunting trip turns into a series of comical and ill-conceived decisions. Bob, a happy stick figure, found a huge sword and decided the best target practice wasn't a deer, but a cabin. Little did he know, Timmy was inside having a nap. Timmy, also a stick figure, peeked through the window and saw Bob ready to
Okay, so we can kind of see a little bit of this very exciting story, of course, generated from literally what we drew with our fingers. So it's very cool to see this kind of stuff come to life with the video we're generating. And essentially the way this works is that once the images are added to the frame, if we can go back to the storyboard, is using Lyra's music capabilities built into Gemini, we add music based on descriptions of every single one of these frames, which Gemini creates, and then it orchestrates all of them together using a major Gemini agent that creates a full script scene by scene, which is then fed into our narration pipeline. And it kind of brings everything to life as you're working on this platform. And it really is a full circle of the Gemini capabilities of CoCo using multimodal computer vision as well as Gemini's music, as well as image capabilities. But of course, this application, it wouldn't be complete without its collaborative element. And I'm going to hand it off to Kevin to talk a little bit more about that.
Thank you, Mohul. So, with CoCo, we believe that creative intelligence is collaborative intelligence. And when it comes to CoCo, CoCo being your composer or co-composer, embodies the idea that AI tools should amplify creativity and not replace it. So, let me give you a rundown of how the collaboration function works. So let's say I want to join a collaborative. I want to join two distinctive canvases. So I want to join a public canvas. My name will be Kevin and I'll join the main room. I'll join the public room. And let's say someone on this side of the screen, also from, let's say from afar, wants to also join my canvas to draw their ideas. And let's give this person Bob. And Bob wants to join a room. And as you can see on my screen, you can see in Bob's screen my cursor. And if I go on Bob's screen, you can see my cursor move around simultaneously at real time. So there's a voice chat feature, there's distinctive features that I added as much as possible to give it the sense of like online multiplayer or the sense of collaborating. So if I draw on this canvas, let's draw a really bad happy face. Bob can also see that drawing. And if Bob here also wants to draw a really small happy face, I won't be able to also see it. So our platform is designed to encourage social creation, enabling users to collaborate with friends in real time. And this is really distinctive when it comes to really elevating creativity and art, in a sense, the idea of creative art. But to elevate our technology in the near future, we're thinking of exploring with integration with VO3. And with when we were working on this in the Princeton Hackathon, VO3 wasn't out at the time. But now that it's out, it's able to leverage the advanced video understanding to convert, like, for example, this 2D sketch into like an immersive 3D experience with like either a video or a 3D object. It can be anything. So our roadmap particularly includes using cases for education, rehabilitation, and assistive technology, which are able to bridge the gap between accessibility with creativity.
For the future as well, we hope to completely use the application just with our hands by computer vision or just by voice without touching the keyboard at all. And so that's one of our goals that we want to work on.
And revisiting what we said earlier in the presentation about what CoCo stands for, which is your co-composer, we're really trying to reinforce the message that AI is the passenger seat and the user is the one in the driver's seat. And we want to reinforce the message that AI, at the end of the day, despite all of its capabilities, it remains a tool that can enhance and amplify your current skills. If you're an engineer, it can make you a 10x engineer. If you're an artist, it can make you a 10x artist. And CoCo is one of the ways that we are reinforcing that message to as many people as we can.
Yeah, and we're very grateful that we could do so through the Gemini toolkit. I think something that all of us learned is how cool many of its different capabilities are, and we have a lot of experience now working with them and integrating them, and we hope that we were able to showcase how this can all be tied together into an application like CoCo that stands for human creativity and uses AI to enhance it. And we want to thank you guys for listening and also the Google team as well for pushing these features out and redefining this modern age. So thank you.
Thank you.